Ohai. Nafplio, the city in Greece, is at the height of 10 meters above sea level, on the coast of the Gulf Argolikos Aegiskargos Sea, on the east finger of the peninsula of Peloponnese, on the peninsula of Argolida, in 94 kilometers to the southwest from Athens, in 33 kilometers to the southwest from Paliapodavros, and in 38 kilometers to the northeast from Tripolis. The administrative center of the community of the same name, Lama, and peripheral unit of Argolid in the periphery Peloponnese. The population 14203 inhabitants on a census of 2011. I was the first capital of Greece in 1828-1833. The major seaport in the east of Peloponnese. One of the most picturesque cities of Greece. Important tourist center. According to the legend, the ancient city of Nafplio was founded by Napli, Poseidon and Amamona's son. On Strabo the name is formed from the words, come by the ships. Archaeological excavations proved the existence of the city already during the Mycenaean period. Traces of buildings on Nafplio's Acropolis, Akronavlia, Ichkale, go back to the 3rd millennium BB, but each subsequent era added the fortifications. Akronavlia was an obnation of stone walls about 300 BB and formed the strengthened city until the end of the 15th century, when Venetians built the lower city of Nafplio. For the first time the city is mentioned in ancient Egyptian sources about 1370 BB. The city of Nafplio initially was independent, in the 7th century BB is conquered by Argiviana and served as the harbor of Argos. In the ancient time the city didn't matter. Paphsani in the 2nd century found the city left by inhabitants. Across Paphsani in the city there were ruins of the temple of Poseidon, here in a source Canoph. According to the local legend, bathing in Canophanuli, Hera became a maiden again. On Nafplio's Acropolis traces of consistently built medieval strengthenings, Byzantine, Frankish, Venetian and Turkish remained. In the Middle Ages fortress was one of the main points Moray. During the Byzantine period since the 11th century the value of the strengthened seaside trade city increased. The governor Nafplio approximately since 1200 Levsker expanded borders of the principality to the city of Larissa. After capture of Constantinople by Crusaders in 1204 the French knights got Nafplio, was a part of the Signoria Argos and Nafplio belonging to the Duke Athenian Ottone de la Roche and to his successors. In 1388 Maria Denian sold fortress to Venetians. For a short time during war it was captured by Byzantines. Venetians called the city of Napoli di Romania. Naples Romania, that is Byzantium. Venetians owned the city till 1539 when he was captured by Turks. In 1686 Venetians won Nafplio and constructed Palamedes fortress. In 1715 Nafplio Turks borrowed again. During the Greek Revolution of 1821-1829 Nafplio since October 1821 was besieged by Greeks, but Akronavlia's fortress was given to the General Theodoros Kolokotronis only on December 3, 1822 after on November 29 I gave up to group of the Greek insurgents under Stakos Stakopoulos' leadership Palamedes fortress. Considering strong strengthenings of the city, the government of Greece located here, and the city became the temporary capital. The Third National Assembly in Treason. In 1827 adopted the resolution on recognition by the capital and the headquarters of the government and Nafplion's parliament. The first governor of Greece Ion Kapodistria made Nafplion the official capital in 1829. Nafplion remained the capital and after Kapodistria's murder in 1831, till 1834 when the king Othon transferred the capital to Athens. Economy. Nafplion is port of export of citrus as Arboleda is one of the main areas of their production. Coastal fishery is developed. But the primary branch of economy of the city is tourism. On the city the National Road 70 runs. Argos, Nafplion, Palliapodavros. Railway station, Nafplion. It was opened in 1885 and it is closed in 2011. Sites. This city is known, mainly, for a sea fort of Birdsey and Palamedes fortress. Museums and galleries. Archaeological Museum. At Syntagmatos Square. 1713. A meeting of finds of the Mycenaean era. Peloponnesian Museum of Folklore. The museum is accurate. Branch of National Art Gallery. Religious constructions. Cathedral Iosirios. St. Georgi, beginning of the 16th century. Ios Anastasios Church. Patron of the city. Ios Konstantinos Kylianis Church. Saints Constantine and Elena. Church Ios Spyridon. Saint Spyridon, 1702. Venetian Church in Pandan. All Saints. Atriada Church. Holy Trinity. Evangelistria Church. Monastery of Ios Ionis Theologos. Saint Ion Evangelista. The Catholic Church Metamorphosisatiris. Lord's Transformations. Known as Franciglesia, who was once both monastic church and a mosque. The Mosque Agapasha. At whom I sat, one of two chambers of the First National Assembly. During the Greek Revolution of 1821. Mosque Kola. Known as Trianon. Nowadays building of the Archaeological Museum. Mansions. Mansion Armansberger, King's Deputy. Community Nafplion. The Community Nafplion includes the island of Birdseye. The population 14203 inhabitants on a census of 2011. Area 8.984 square kilometers. The persons connected with Nafplion. Nicholas Grigo, one of 18 survived seamen of an expedition of Magellan who came back to Seville by the Victoria ship in 1522, the native of the city. Aiko Nikolai Alexievich. 1794-1854. At Kapodistria's presidency ordered Palamedes fortress. After Kapodistria's murder I returned to Russia, I was proved in Odessa and I was engaged in silkworm breeding. Drosis Leonidas. 1836-1882. Is a sculptor. Zimvrakakis Emmanuel. 1861-1928. Is a general, participated in the Cretan Revolt of 1897 at the head of a students' phalanx, in World War I, the Chief of Staff. Zimvrakakis Epaminondas. 1863–1922. Is a general, the participant of Cretan revolts of 1886 and 1897 and World War I, the native of the city. Kolokotrones, Panos. 1836–1893. The colonel, the participant of a campaign to Thessaly, caused a stir in the volunteer in the Serbo-Turkish War. Sarantos. 1880–1907. The officer who was born in Nafplio, the fighter for reunion of Macedonia against Greece, is killed by Bulgarians. Voden, Nina. 1925–2012. Is the English writer, lived in Napliona. Terzakis, Angelos. 1907–1979. Is a writer, the native of the city. Trikupis, Haralus. 1832–1896. The political figure, 7 times held a post of the Prime Minister of Greece from 1875 to 1895, the native of the city. Konstantinos. 1878–1961. Is the doctor cooperating in the years of World War II with Nazis and heading the Greek collaborationist government. I was born in Naplioni. Mazarakasinian, Konstantinos. 1869–1949. The fighter for reunion of Macedonia against Greece, the participant Balkan and World War I of wars, the Lieutenant General, the writer historian. I was born in Naplioni. Kitsikis, Nikos. 1887–1978. Is an engineer, the academic teacher and the politician. Also far. Write comments. Read comments. Interesting people will tell interesting stories. All of good mood and good luck.